If you want to say that it's about amateurism, then don't sell jerseys.
Yeah.
Don't be paying these coaches millions and millions of dollars and have all these things surrounding the game that brings in money when I can't see none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on, creatives? Welcome back to another episode, Creatives Are Essential podcast, where we have therapeutic conversations for the creative mind. I am Christina.
It's your boy Mark Lee.
I'm Des.
And I'm Joe. Walk on, friends.
You can tell it's been a while because for me, when you went and then he went, no, I thought you were going to go next and she went. And I was like, wait.
No, this is the natural order. Yeah,
I know. Right. It's just been a while. It's just been a while.
Your intro was good, though. The therapeutic thing. I was going to interrupt you and be like that. But that was like, no.
She did that on the last one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying to make that stick. You know? But it's okay. It's okay. We'll make it stick. Thank you. Thank you. Well, we don't have no creative topic today.
Yeah.
This is like, if we had a Patreon, this would be like a bonus episode.
Yeah.
It's just a lot happening. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just good. It's a lot going. Like you said, it's a lot happening right now.
It's a lot happening in the culture right now that we could talk about. And I'm excited to talk about it because we we talked a little bit before, but we haven't really talked about what's going on. Starting with NCAA.
NCAA.
Come on, Joe.
Yes,
That's you. That's your segment.
Yes. If you guys, for those of you that don't know, the NCAA has approved a new policy where all of its amateur athletes are now eligible to profit off of their name, image, and likeness, or the NIL, if you will.
The NIL.
Yeah, the NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it literally it passed. What was it? I think July 1st. It was like immediate, like overnight. It was ready to go, and
which was random and quick.
It was because I think there was a court ruling a few weeks prior that basically ruled in favor of the students. That's saying like, okay, there's nothing that really openly states or shows that they shouldn't be compensated for what they're doing for the schools. Because again, like a few of the sports bring in a lot of money to the NCAA. The NCAA is making billions of dollars. And a lot of these students can get kicked off the team, suspended for having a cheeseburger bought for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So
like
whack.
there was like a big gap in what was allowed and what wasn't, depending on which side of the road you were on. So now they signed this deal, or not signed this deal, but they passed a policy that says you're allowed to profit off of your name, image, and likeness. And listen, they were not wasting time at all. At all. I'm talking about logos dropping, businesses dropping, endorsement deals dropping, like right at the I follow University of Miami a lot. And De'Aaron King, who is the starting quarterback, he dropped his website with merch. Mm-hmm. He is now like the face of like a couple different businesses down there in Miami, like a bar that the team goes to. Him and one of his teammates signed like a $20,000 deal just to be the official face of some moving company. $20K right there in their pocket. And
Master P's son signed a $2 million deal the next day.
$2 million
to endorse some type of product or whatever it was.
It's wild, man. But like, I'm definitely curious you guys' thoughts on that. I'm not sure if I'm probably the most invested in this story, but
I've been keeping up on it. I think for me, what my concern, I completely agree that they should be able to reap benefits and do all those endorsements. But what about like the middle linebacker who like nobody knows his name,
right? Or
the kicker, he's not getting any type of like endorsements,
right,
or anything like that. So I feel like, do you feel like that would cause some type of like division amongst the team or jealousy?
That's a good question.
So that was actually an argument that was going around like leading up to this. Like, this will break up teams because you only have so many stars and everybody else is middle of the road, which isn't too different from a professional team.
That's what I was going to say.
But this is awesome. This is what I found out. Like De'Aaron King, going back to University of Miami, what he decided was, okay, I'm gonna make sure that like everybody get a chance to eat. So what he actually started a company with another. I want to say one of the QBs at Florida State, and they started a company. You might have to fact check me on this, but I want to say like it's meant to help get to get players to like set up to do like merch signings and stuff like that and all that jazz. So he plans on putting on events where like, you know, X amount of dollars come in to like sign or whatever, but all of that money is going to be divvied up for between him and his teammates. Like, so whatever comes in, they're going to split it evenly amongst everybody. That. Yeah, man. So like these are like unprecedented times when in college sports. And like the very thing that they thought might, you know, like, oh, these kids are going to be arrogant and cocky and be all about them, like money for me. Like, no, they're doing the opposite. Yeah. Like they're trying to make sure everybody, because he has teammates that they get stipends like every month. And those teammates, they have to send it right back home. They send it to their family because they, you know, their family's struggling. Yeah. Right. So like, okay, now we're making money. Now I can help my teammates out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting.
So what was the reason for them not doing that in the first place, other than like the cockiness? Agreed.
And I think they were really trying to hold on to that amateur aspect of college sports, which I actually agree with to an extent. Because
I think they were trying to hold on to it back then. I think now they were trying to hold on to it for the sake of greed.
Yeah, I think it was for the sake of money now. Yeah. But I think once upon a time it was. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was for pure reasons, mainly to say, okay, we want to make sure that every school has an even playing field. So only the best recruiters got the best, you know, players to their school, as opposed to like, hey, we got more money over here. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So now just the richest school gets the best players. Right. You know what I mean? So they want to keep that amateur status and all that stuff. But
so how does that affect, I'm not sure if you know this, but how does that like affect the Olympics? Because in the sense with the Olympics, you have to be considered an amateur athlete, like not getting paid.
Well, I think at that point you become a professional athlete. Wait, do they pay? Does the Olympics pay?
Well, actually, no, that might have been. No, you're right, because that was
they changed it. I remember like back the Dream Team back in the 90s,
you're right,
whatever.
Right.
They changed it so that they could participate, because it used to only be college athletes that were allowed. Now it's professional athletes as well.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think that really affects what just took place in the NCAA, but yeah, man, it's really interesting. Like like the video game NCAA with EA Sports and college football, it like famously just abruptly ended in 2013 because some former players sued. I think it was EA Sports. They sued EA because they were using their name, like not their name, but their image and their likeness. You know, like this player with the same numbers in, but they don't have their name on the back, and they're profiting off of this. But I don't get a cut of that. So he sued, and they were like, you know what? Listen, we don't mind paying the players, but the NCAA was like, no, you can't pay them because
so you're just using them, like
exactly, because they're making tons of money off of, you know, merchandise, jersey sales, like
and that's
all
the
that
thing.
stuff.
If you want to say that it's about amateurism, then don't sell jerseys. Yeah, don't be paying these coaches millions and millions of dollars and have all these things surrounding the game that brings in money when I can't see none of that. Yeah. Right. You know, it's amateurism for who?
Exactly.
Like you're still going to the hood, or you still trying to figure out how you can get back home after a game.
Right.
And your coach is in his like Maserati, like, all right.
Seriously. Like then, not even joking.
And then you don't want to pay me, but then somebody else can't even buy something for me?
Yep.
That's like, ridiculous. That's someone can't buy me a cheeseburger, but then I'm not supposed to have. I also can't get a job.
Maybe go ahead.
Yeah. Right? You can't have a job, right?
You can't have a job.
No.
It's like, how
don't
especially at some of these bigger schools, like where it's like, you know, the Clemsons and the, you know, the Miamis, all that stuff, like job.
Community college.
This school is your job. This football team is your job. You know what I mean?
You're not getting paid. So is that a job, or is that?
That was what I was gonna say. But, that's what this sounds like. It sounds like slavery. Like you can't do nothing. You do this one thing. You can't do nothing outside of it, and then we use you for what we need, and you don't get any.
And then if you get hurt,
then that's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna come on the other side of this just a little bit. Now, I know this isn't a popular argument, especially with a lot of people, like when it comes to college athletics and stuff, but there is some compensation one being free education. That's
Can
one.
Can we?
Wait, hold on. Hear me out, 'cause I know you have thoughts. Hear me out. One is a free education. Two, this is an opportunity to play sports at a higher level this is what you wanted as well. Like you want to play, like I want to play football and I want to play on one of the biggest stages. Okay. Now, in order for us to win games, me as a coach, I know there has to be a certain level of preparation. There has to be a certain level of conditioning. There has to be a certain level. And within that, I know I'm gonna work around your class schedule. And I'm going to make sure that you are in the best shape that you can be to put the best product on the field so that we can win games. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't make you sign to come to this school. I didn't make you do that. You chose that. And this is how I run my program. I'm okay with that personally. Now, and when it comes on the education tip, there are a lot of people that are still paying off student loans to this, like that are well into their 60s and 70s. Am I right?
Let the church say amen.
Listen, and now if that were something that, you know, that could be taken away, you would rather like not have to pay student loans, correct? I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Like if you would not want to have that, right? Because that's just another burden financially. This is something that they don't have to think about because they have a full scholarship. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, granted, is it to the level where, you know, no, but you're better off than a regular student.
Who has the full scholarship? Not third string
I'm waiting for my chance to speak.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say
not
something.
all of them are.
But most of them are.
What about the ones who are not?
That's their choice. They don't have to be there, is what I'm saying.
You sound like Kanye right now.
No, it is. No. Listen, most of those guys that aren't, hear me out. If you're not on scholarship, you do not have to be there. You chose to be there. I want to play football. I was a walk-on. I went to school and I did not have a football scholarship. You know what I mean? Like I was lucky enough to get a scholarship somewhere else, like differently like, academically, but I chose to walk on and to participate in workouts and to go to practice.
Did you have a job?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Because you weren't allowed to, or because you chose not
to? Honestly, I don't know. They never told me I couldn't, but I also I was struggling, but but I found ways to make money and
you hear that NCAA?
Hey, I didn't play anyway, so. But yeah, that's just my thought. Like I think sometimes we can kind of go a little far to like there is some bit of, but like, do they take offense? Yes, sure. But I'm okay with someone saying we got workouts at 7 a.m, at 5 a.m, or whatever, and we got film study after class.
Right.
I don't think there's an issue with that though.
Yeah, I think I want Christine to come in.
Because I'm trying not to forget what I had to say.
Yeah.
But the first thing you said was there is compensation, and that's the free education.
Some form of compensation.
Some form of compensation. One, when you're looking at these D1 programs, I have a lot of friends that I've graduated high school with that are in those. If you talk to them, they will tell you there was no time for school. It is like a professional athlete's schedule. So much so that they don't even have to do the work. You know, like someone is there to do the work for them. So it's like, so is it about free education when my schedule doesn't even allow me to enjoy that or enjoy that education like a regular college student would? It's because it's not about being a college student and getting an education. You are there to play football or to play basketball. Your education is on the back burner. And then, so like miss me with the whole free education thing, you know, because I agree with that. I think there are definitely some a lot of these big time programs that are like competing for championships and all. I have one more thought.
Like they are absolutely I do listen. We from the football program's perspective, we brought you here because we know you can do what you do. You know what I mean? And I get that.
I wasn't done speaking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So two.
Ooh, she shut me down quick.
Because I'm trying not to forget.
Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead, Christina.
So two, you said you know, they know that they, you know, they chose to be there, but they only chose to be there because they know this is the only route for me to get to the NFL. So if there was another route for them to get to the NFL, do you think they would go to college?
No.
So it's like, yes, I chose to be here, but that's because there are no other options presented to me. So this is the forced route for me to get to my goal. Right. And then on top of that, you're capitalizing off of me while giving me no other options to pursue my dream.
And then if you're there on an academic scholarship and you get hurt,
exactly,
you lose your scholarship.
And then
that's not true.
Cases,
that's not true.
Okay.
No, that's not true.
So how that work?
They like, if you have an injury, they have to pay for, like, they have to take care of you. Like you're like, now I will say this, you don't sign a 4-year scholarship. You sign 4 1-year scholarships. Okay.
But that says a lot. That says enough.
Right.
Yeah,
but I think some of that though, I mean, some people are shady. Don't get me wrong. I know there's some shady coaches out there. I've seen them. But if we're talking from the purest space possible, the reason I have that 4 1-year scholarships is like, if you're not holding up your end of the bargain, okay, and making sure you're keeping a good high GPA or whatever, all this stuff, I'm like, you got to go. You know what I mean?
You can sign a 4-year scholarship and still put that in the agreement that, hey, if you don't hold up your end of the bargain, then we're going to cancel this out.
It's the same thing like in high school when you had to have a certain GPA and your coach checked, and if you didn't, then you're not playing.
They can put that in a 4-year agreement. They do the 4 1-years for a reason.
You get hurt.
No, I don't. I've seen, there's been guys I know like have had like ACLs or like even career-ending injuries, and schools like will hold up, like they'll let them finish school, all of that, like take care, like their scholarship is still intact. I've seen guys that in high school they sign with a college, but before they actually get to the school, they might get into a car accident, or maybe they have but they'll still hold up their scholarship.
But is that everyone though?
We can't really say, to be honest, but the cases I've seen, it's been true to that.
But then another thing is, okay, if I break my leg and can never play football again while at this school, that you know, this is the only way for me to get to the NFL. You've made money off of me that I've never got to see, and then now I can't pursue that thing. So the minimum is allowing them to get something.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm not against them being compensated at all. Yeah. I'm glad that they're doing it this way as well, because I was very much trying to stay away from them being on the school's payroll type deal, because I just feel like that can get muddy real quick. But I do believe that there is on the other end, there's parts that you have to hold up yourself too. I think we can't just keep our hand out like this and say, well, give me more, because no, I understand. Like, listen, this program is nothing without the talent. They used to say, like, it's not about the X's and O's, about the Jimmies and the Joes, because I can have all the strategy I want, but if I got sorry players,
right,
it don't matter.
Yeah.
So they do have a lot of I guess, leeway to say, like, I'm important too in this scenario.
Yeah.
But I do believe that you also have to be able to say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice as well to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're going to have to get up early in the morning for a workout. You're going to have to do, like, a lot of stuff.
This might be more directed towards you, but should there be retribution for, like, the Fab Fives or, like, the Reggie Bushes who
Heck yeah.
got the Heisman trophies taken away?
Bro, let me tell you something. When it comes to Reggie Bush,
he's a beast.
There was no one touching. So basically I'm not sure what year it was, but they found out that the school was giving him money. Like, they were giving him money under the table, or boosters were. I think they bought his parents a house. They got X amount of dollars just for him to sign with USC, all this stuff. Reggie Bush was the best player in college football for, like, he arguably he could be all time, arguably. But they found out about this stuff, this money being on the table, and USC doesn't even recognize him in their record books anymore. They don't recognize him. The Heisman Trophy, they took away his trophy.
Wait.
The Heisman Trophy is for, like, the best college.
I know that.
Okay.
But I'm saying, but they were the ones that paid him.
Technically, it was the boosters, but I guarantee you.
But the boosters are affiliated with the school, right? Or no? That's not how it works?
I'm not sure. I'm not solid on all the details, but I know someone was giving them money. But I guess USC was successfully able to separate themselves from whoever was giving the money.
Nah, boy, that's
straight up. But like the USC absolutely knew about it.
That's
and
crazy.
Pete Carroll, who was the coach at the time, when all this stuff was starting to hit the fan, he left and signed with an NFL team as a head coach for the Seahawks. Yeah. And so he cleared it before all this stuff started like popping up. So Reggie Bush is, he had his Heisman Trophy taken away. The school doesn't even recognize him anymore.
That's so flawed.
It's just like he didn't exist at USC anymore.
That's crazy.
But now he's like, yo, okay, now that we on this tip, I want my Heisman back.
Right.
And matter of fact, I want y'all to recognize me again. Yeah. And I absolutely, because that's messed up. Y'all knew what was going on. Like, let's not act like, people not paying people under the table.
Yeah.
Still.
Like, we know somebody like that, they played basketball in college that took some money.
Ooh.
Like, that was out here. Like, so it's real. We know, like, it's, it's proven. It's authenticated. It happens out here.
Sensors just left around the screen.
Hey, there's a blur over my head. Right. There's a blur right there.
Christina, like, let me go and delete that contact.
Like, who we know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But like, it's real out here, man. Like, schools really do pay money under the table. But now we're at a place. Listen, I can sell you on our market.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you can come to my school. We got this type of marketplace. And, you can sign with these type of deals,
I love it.
I'm here for that. Totally here
I
for
think
that.
money is a revealer of character anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see how what's the quarterback?
Derek King.
Yeah, like that's probably, that's who he is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's either going to like mess you up or it's going to set you up further. And I feel like, especially going into the pros, when they go and they're doing all their scouting and stuff, you're going to see how these guys handled the money, what kind of men they are.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So I feel like it can work in your favor or it can work against you depending on what type of person you are.
And it can even be a building block, because you got some of these guys that come from nothing. They get drafted in the first round. They're millionaires overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, what do I do? But now you got a little taste of.
Yeah, like
here's
a little
some
introduction to how to deal with money. And you ain't just drop $10 million in your account and
like,
you go
got chains and
buy
grills
everything.
Right.
Yeah,
go
man.
on and get a chain first.
Yeah. Well,
one thing, I'll just last point, because again, I just follow a lot of stuff, and but they were prepping them for this. Like, University of Miami was sitting down with their athletes and saying, listen, when this thing's dropped, this is how you can take advantage of this.
good stuff.
They're like, these are the things that we can even help you get lined up with. Like, they really took, and that's one thing I respect about that. It's like, okay, we're really trying to set these guys up for the future.
Like, we care about them. Y'all just ain't our like
property
racehorses.
Yeah.
To just make money off of. So respect. Yeah. Speaking of athletics, tell us about the track girl.
The track girl.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
I feel so bad. What is her name?
Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri? Oh, yeah. Sha'Carri if you bougie.
Sha'Carri. Bougie.
What's her last name?
Richardson.
Miss Richardson. So the whole thing that happened with her and her testing positive, her drug test for marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And now she can't run.
And this is in the Olympics? Like, because she made the team, right?
Yeah.
She qualified.
She blew everybody out in the qualifiers. And then.
And what she said, what's the quote? I'm that girl.
I'm that girl.
That hit when she said that. She said, I'm that girl.
Everybody went and bought their I'm that girl shirts and everything. Bruh. Now you're holding it up like,
dang,
I'm that girl that got disqualified.
Dang.
That's not funny. But it was good.
I was disappointed.
I was too.
In what? In who? In her or in the policy?
In her.
Okay.
Because I just felt like you had all of Black America like rooting for you. Mm-hmm. And then I wake up and I'm like, go on Instagram, she's been disqualified for marijuana. I'm like, girl.
So here's the thing that I struggle with is that, so the reasoning behind her smoking or smoking, was because I think the news that she heard about her mom.
But her mom passed away before she qualified, and before she qualified for the Olympics. And that's why she ran off the field and ran up to her grandma, gave her grandma a hug.
Right.
Because her grandma was there for her.
Right. I don't think it was like right before. I just think like because of this incident, it caused her to like, not caused her, but that was her way of coping after that incident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like,
but we gonna act like she, which I don't know her, but like, is that really that girl? The reason that you was?
I can personally,
smoking?
I could see.
Or were you smoking just to smoke?
I could see how. Okay, man, like I just experienced one of the like highlights of my career, and I can't share it with my mom. You know,
let me go grab a bottle.
And so like that can be depressing, and maybe that's her way of coping with that.
Right.
Right.
Which I completely agree, and I understand from a human's point of view. Like we're all flawed human beings.
And that's what she said. I am human.
She
said I just run a little faster
at the same time,
peasants.
When it comes to certain things, it's like there are certain qualifications. Like even if you go, like I started a new job, I had to take a drug test. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that's one of their requirements. So if you know you have to pass a drug test to be a part of the Olympics, then you gotta make sure you're right.
Maybe she thought it was a hot system by the time
she's trying to get them out.
I mean, but she owned up to it.
Yeah,
she
that
said
I can
she
respect.
She knew there was a drug test. She knew that it was a banned substance. And she still went ahead and did it, which...
So do you think this was self-sabotage?
I'm not a therapist, so I can't speak.
Tune in next week.
Hey, welcome, Sha'Carri.
I was just like... No,
don't do that. No, I mean... I don't know a lot about her, to be honest. She really just came on the scene out of nowhere for me. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't understand completely.
So here's my sorry, I didn't mean to cut
you
off.
Go ahead.
So here's my thing too. So with everything with the marijuana laws and how in some states it's legal, right?
Yeah.
I think on the news they were talking about this. Like, should the Olympics alter that policy because it is legal in the sense that, like, if they have
because it's a worldwide, like, gathering of athletes. So I think in America, sorry to cut you off, we have this thing where we're American, so we make the rules and we can do whatever we want. But the Olympics is just not about American athletes. It's from athletes across the world. So you can't expect an organization like the Olympics to be like, well, it's legal in their state, so we should ban. In my opinion, like, that's the standard, or that's what they're requiring.
Yeah, I can agree with that too.
As far as I'm concerned, weed isn't a performance enhancing drug.
It's not. Yeah.
So like, why not?
Let me be quiet.
Because my thing is, I saw this on Instagram. Someone said she could drink, but she can't smoke weed. Like, they essentially have the same effect. Yeah. So what's the difference here?
Mine was a big difference. I did it wrong.
What?
I was like, I'm out.
If anything, it'll slow her down.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm sure that's going to be one of those things that's going to be challenged, you know, over the next few years. Just like, okay, can we take this off the list?
Right. Yeah. And they didn't make it onto the list until like the late 90s.
Yeah. Because in some countries, you can drink at like 16. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, each country, each state, like, we all have our different things. So, like you said, like, what if the girl come up a little tipsy and, you know, she had to take a test? Like,
it's the same effects.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's a world organization. So, it's like, we can't, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But do you take it to a further step? Do you feel like people, or maybe they were trying to make an example? Because, like, here comes this little black girl.
Oh, definitely.
But then here's my thing. So if she can't run a 100, right? It. Because she failed the drug test. She's smoking weed. She was like,
you've been smoking something?
But she's allowed.
Exhale.
You know, I was going to do that. But I'm like, let me not take it too far.
Dev's about to be suspended from working the camera.
Like, camera 1. Yeah, so if she's disqualified for that reason, why is she allowed or possibly allowed to be a part of the relay?
Right.
It's the same drug test that she failed. So if you're saying that it's a whatever, that's their policy or whatever, then she should be disqualified across the board. Like, she can't be in nobody Olympics. She better be at the sideline talking about woo USA like everybody else. But she can, you get what I'm saying? So
that's what makes me look at it with the side eye.
Yeah.
Like, what is this really about?
Exactly.
Do you guys know who has the record for the 100 in terms of like the fastest? I mean, I'm just a conspiracist. Maybe they don't want to allow her to
break
beat
some
that record for whatever
What was
reason.
your question?
Who holds the record for the 100 meter?
But I know what's the Jamaican lady's name? Like Shelly
Fraser Price.
Sure.
Shelly Ann Fraser
Price. Yes. Like it would have been cool to see her, like, you know,
run against her
because she's been killing it for a long time. So it's just a shame.
Florence Griffith Joyner.
Oh man,
I don't know who that is.
She's from way back in the day.
This Flojo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know her whole name.
Yeah, she's well, they say that she's the only other person aside from Sha'Carri that runs, like,
let me see,
forward with her legs.
And even that, like, while they look at it, you have people, of course, talking about her hair, her nails, and stuff like that. But her Flojo back in her day used to wear like her the outlandish outfits or whatever, and her nails were like long.
Flojo?
Yeah. What? It was curved. It was like this. So, like, she wasn't the first to, like...
Listen, they just didn't want Overtown in the Olympics this year.
I guess not.
She's from Miami, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Is she?
Or no, she ran. No, sorry, I saw it. I'll be just researching random facts. She ran a race in Miramar.
Yeah, but so anyway, with the show...
Sorry, I was trying to find it.
Creatives are essential offline.
I don't know. I was just like, man, you had everybody like rooting for you.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think it was just, it definitely is disappointing, you know, especially now that you're saying that she knew.
Yeah, she owned up to it. I'll give her that.
But I'm curious what her headspace, like what her head was like in that moment, because you're telling me, you know, that this stuff is illegal. You know, you're going to get disqualified for it.
Or is she just dealing with that much pain?
Yeah.
But how many times do we know something's wrong?
We still do it.
And we still do it. You get what I'm saying? I do agree when you're in a different status or position, like the rules change in the sense that like you don't have as much leeway because you're like the face. But at the same time, she's human. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like just as quick as someone grab a bottle.
Absolutely.
She was smoking. You know, or like
But to whom much is given, much is required.
But maybe you guys might know more. Like, is she like upset over the ruling that she was disqualified, or like, oh, she's not?
I mean, I'm sure she's disappointed, but she wasn't like the law needs or the rule needs to be changed.
Okay,
no, she just owned up to it.
I'm curious.
Maybe she wasn't ready, or maybe
this sounds a little bit like self-sabotage to me. Just I don't know. That's just what's popping out based on what I'm hearing right now.
Maybe she wasn't ready for all the like attention she was getting.
Right.
Yeah,
like it was too much for her. So like, how can I get out of this?
One thing she did say was like she's cool knowing that she has a lot more Olympics left in her.
She's young.
Yeah, but also like tomorrow ain't promised.
Yep, that's so true. Ask Lolo Jones. Y'all remember Lolo?
Yeah,
she was 100-meter hurdles.
Lolo. You know Lolo.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Lolo Jones. She went to jail, right?
No.
I
call her Lauren. I call her Lauren. Y'all call her Lolo?
There was another lady who went to jail. Marion Jones. She went to jail.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Lolo. It was Lauren?
No, I'm talking about Lolo
Jones too.
No, I'm just saying because like Lolo, like she had like a window because you know the Olympics is every 4 years. She was like the best. Like, well, she was really good at the 100-meter hurdles, but she didn't win the first year. So she's like, okay, next Olympics, you know, this is gonna be it. And she goes again, and she's basically in first, and she clips the last hurdle, and like now she's like 4th, 5th, 6th place or something like that. And missed it again. And it's like she kept missing those opportunities. So it's like you never want to have that opportunity. Well, there's always the next time. Like you need to be trying to get it right now.
And
like don't be thinking about the next.
Every 4 years. It's not like it's every year.
That's it. You only have a small way. Some people might only get 3 Olympics in, like at most.
Yeah.
What's her name? But shout out to Allison Felix though.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
I was just thinking her.
She's amazing. Yeah. She really is.
And she overturned the whole like rule with the endorsements, like with women athletes.
Nike. Yeah, with Nike.
Yeah.
Because I think they had get pregnant or something.
Once you got pregnant, they lost your you lose your endorsement.
And she's what who is she with now?
Nike. She's still with Nike, right?
With Nike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she started she started her own thing too, I think.
I thought when she ran, she didn't have on Nike though. She had on a different company.
I'm not sure about that.
I just know she still had on fine because she just.
Oh my gosh.
She has an amazing shoe collection too, by the way. You should check it out.
Yeah, I saw it. But yeah, so also with the Olympics, the swim cap thing, we were talking about it earlier, how they pretty much banned larger swim caps for women who have a lot of natural hair.
Yeah.
Saying that it doesn't fit. There's no reason for it to be that big, 1, and 2, it doesn't fit the natural form of your head.
Now, this is one of the things I think people need to be upset about.
Right.
Because like what do you mean? Like this hair actually grows out of my head.
Right.
How this is the natural form of my head.
But your hair is not growing naturally straight like it's supposed
like
to be.
ours.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
flat iron it before you put on your swimming cap.
Oh my gosh.
I was watching Kev on Stage and Angel's podcast, and they were saying, Angel was like, listen, it's either I wear this swim cap or my braid's gonna be falling out of my head, floating in the pool. It's gonna look like a bunch of little black snakes in the pool. So,
and that's the thing though,
pick
because
your poison.
like at that point, it's like, well, now you can't have your hair sticking out the side of your cap. It's gonna always be something,
right?
Bro. Or even when they do tuck it in, it's too poofy.
Right.
You were saying like,
you want me to shave my head?
Yeah.
I think that this is one of the things that's a little more targeted. Right. I feel like this is targeted, like at a specific audience, you know, or a specific group of people. Yeah. Because like, listen, no, it has to look this type of way, and it but again, this is my hair. You're used to me having to, rock a relaxer. No knock to anybody that does, but like, I don't have to
accommodating.
Have that. Right. This is my hair.
Yeah.
I should be allowed to wear it how I want to wear it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you're telling me because it doesn't fit this form factor that works specifically for your body type,
right?
Then it's wrong? How does that work?
And then again, like the it's not like it's making them swim any faster.
Exactly.
So it's like
it's not like it's an advantage.
Exactly.
It's not an advantage at all.
You know what was an advantage? I'm not even going to go there.
What?
Well, we just have different genetic makeups as a result of some historical events that took place.
Don't worry, lost.
Don't worry, Christina. I marked it where we can take it out.
It's okay. It might go. Oh, why did he take mine?
Never mind. We won't go there. We'll cut that part out too. Never mind. We'll talk offline.
Don't make more work for me.
Yeah.
That's for the Patreons.
Yeah, never mind. Let me just. All right.
But yeah, I'm not.
Well, I don't want to say yeah.
Mark, we already here.
Okay,
either you gonna say it or not.
We're just very dominant race. So I feel like in some ways it's just like maybe they're trying to like. All right,
ain't nothing wrong with saying that. You have to take the long route just to say that. We already know.
They taking over everything. So how can we like prohibit? Because the Olympics is looking very black this year.
Yeah.
And even with the thing with Sha'Carri that happened. I remember I think it was
Shay.
Yeah, Shay. Oh, yeah. I remember the post that you put with the Olympic symbol and the earrings.
I was
like, oh, I guess that has to go down.
Why?
Because it's.
I mean, she's not the representative for bamboo earrings,
Yeah.
But it was a very black, Olympics with her in it. Yeah. I mean, it's still very black.
And they don't like that, boy.
They don't like it at all.
So
there's another girl. I got to look it up, though. Y'all keep talking.
No, I was going to say, I feel like a lot of the things that are taking place is probably just because they're not ready to see that. They're not ready to.
Well, we've been doing it, though.
But they're going to still try to.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, but y'all can't have everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, let us have swimming.
Yeah.
And
because black people are not supposed to know how to swim. Right, guys.
Y'all took over tennis.
Wait,
basketball was ours. Now it's yours.
Was it ever theirs?
You gonna talk about the lakes?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
About what?
The lakes, the man-made lakes.
No. Okay. I wasn't talking. But very interesting. I watched like a little mini doc about swimming pools and like how they came to be in America and how they were specifically, I guess how they played into the fact how black people don't know how to swim because. They started off as inner city, like basically they were baths, like for people that were poor in the inner city, but it was everybody. It was white, black, all these people. Like this is basically a public shower or bathtub. That's what it was. Eventually, it grew into something like where you got to leisurely kind of hang out, where people would come and swim, but they were the rich. It was more so like for people who were wealthy at the time. But then when people moved out into the suburbs from the cities, and that's where the rich people started to live, they all had their own pools in their house at their houses and stuff. And cities stopped investing in upkeep of pools in the cities because they felt like they didn't need to anymore because it was just the black people there.
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
So that's all of that stuff started to shut down, all of that. And so now you have so many black people that don't know how to swim because there's no pools in their neighborhood. There's nowhere for them to learn. They stopped investing in swimming classes and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's that's a big contribution.
It's funny that you said that because I was recently telling my mom that I want to learn how to swim. So I think that I'm going to take.
Can't swim?
No, I cannot drown. I can
I can stay afloat. I can move slowly.
Yeah, but like skillfully swim, no. I put on a bathing suit and look cute. I'd be like, but get me in that water. I'd be like, where's my swimming cap? Yeah, no. I want to though.
Yeah, especially in Florida. Like, listen, guys, we all need to know how to swim.
We should take a swimming class. Everyone here knows how to swim.
I know how to swim.
You guys know how to swim?
I mean,
you know how to swim, Christina?
I'm with you.
Oh, see,
yeah. I can move, just not efficiently.
Yeah, not like skill. Like, ooh,
I can get to the other side of the pool.
Yeah,
just
I can't tread the water and be.
That's hard.
I can doggy paddle.
That's hard. Like treading water for me is tough. Like I actually took a swimming class in college. And that was like our final. We had to tread water for like 10 or 15 minutes. And it was hell.
10 to 15 minutes.
Hell.
Swimming is actually great.
Are you going to be in the Navy?
Yeah. Seriously, that's how it felt. I had to tread water for 10, 15 minutes.
I was that kid. I took a couple lessons when I was a kid, but I was that kid when the instructor would like hold you and then be like, okay, dip your face in the water. And I'll go, if this is the water, I'll be like, no. I was there.
My mama told me I can't get my hair wet. She just did.
You got your swimming cap on, your eyebrows be like. I just couldn't. I was just like, I felt like I couldn't breathe, and then I just quit.
So y'all never like swam in the bathtub when y'all was a kid?
What? How big was your bathtub?
Or no?
I touched the other end of.
Not like swim, but like like practice.
No.
And how what?
Again, how big is this bathtub?
Oh, sorry. We lived in the suburbs, maybe.
I lived in the suburbs too.
Oh, sorry.
I ain't had no big pool arena.
Jeez. Well, yeah, I was that kid too. Like, I took swimming lessons. Obviously, wasn't successful. They'd be like, "All right, you guys got to like jump in the pool now." And I would like have my hand out and like stay right by the edge. So when I jump, I'm like, and they're like, "No, you have to do it again." Christine, no,
get in there.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I don't think I learned till I was like 11. Yeah, and it was my neighbor who taught me. He was white. He's like, "You're gonna get it." I think it was more the confidence too that he had in me, because I didn't have it myself. By the end of the summer, and I would go to his house every day. I was doing backstrokes. I can't do that stuff now, but back then I was just like, once I learned, I learned.
Are you like riding a bike?
Pool swimmer or an ocean swimmer?
I would prefer pools.
Okay,
pool all day.
Yeah,
pool.
I just don't think that we're. Yeah, I don't think we're meant for the ocean.
Yeah.
So,
but I think even that, like, after swimming lessons, the toil and the struggle to wash and condition your hair and then like comb it out, it's a lot.
It is.
You can't just be like,
water
and I'm good. No, I gotta
Especially chlorine in your hair.
Right. You got to get like down into it and get it out. It's crazy.
You just got to get all in your follicles. Clean them things out.
But you weren't always bald.
Yeah, you're right. No, but that didn't
Oh, it was low.
He's a guy. They don't have real hair issues.
We should take a swim.
Not nowadays. Guys be taking their hair seriously. They be doing twist outs and stuff.
Would you guys like to see an episode of the Creative Central podcast at the swimming pool?
Christina's like,
that'd be funny. Some things have never changed.
Mark's like, right. I'm going to record it. I'm going to record y'all. That would be funny. Man. All right, last thing. Tabatha Brown. Tabatha Brown and Wendy Williams. They had a little, Wendy, you don't know about this, right?
I vaguely saw something, but I was just like, not today. I can't.
It was good.
What? She took a picture with someone or something?
So Wendy Williams kind of came for Tabatha a little bit on her show.
A lot of it
on her show, and was saying was kind of criticizing how Tabatha has been able to retire her husband from LAPD.
What's wrong with that?
Apparently, when she was married, she had a similar situation and it didn't work out so well. And she was saying that Tabatha's husband is going to start resenting her because she took him out of his job, and it was his sense of purpose and identity and blah, blah, blah.
She put together a whole, listen, bro, she put together a whole storyline
of how it was going to play out.
Like, I want to see that show. I want to see that movie.
Like, no, that will be your life. Like, that's not, calm down. Basically, Wendy was really projecting a lot of the hurt that she had. Yeah, and experience, and like he's gonna resent you because the money's gonna get funny, and this and that, and now he's gonna be mad because you made him retire, and now and he lost his purpose, and that. And I'm like, okay,
he's gonna
Wendy,
pack his bags.
Wendy, what? You okay?
Yeah,
right.
Like that's what
you're
it
right.
sounds
Because
like.
it sounds
can
like.
we just play her
Yes,
response?
We're gonna play the clip.
Copy written
For Tabatha?
That's Tabitha. That's Tabby.
Oh, I don't know.
We get a letter in the mail, and Tabitha's like, I'm gonna need.
No, she's like, hey, baby.
Right.
And now I hope love finds you. And
I hope
you are found by it, but also take that down.
Right.
Yeah, because y'all using my name, image, and likeness.
We ain't getting paid off of this tab.
Yeah. We'll post a link. Should we post a link?
No, I'm gonna play it.
Oh,
because you need to hear it.
All right,
you need to hear her response.
Y'all all right? Very good, honey. I was up doing a little work here. That's why I got my pajamas on in my office. And then my phone started going off, like praising people. It's like, girl, you're Wendy Williams. First of all, Wendy Williams, honey, God bless you. God bless you. Okay. And so people sent me a little clip. And I said, oh, my God, the pain this woman must be in. Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way. And I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Yes. Broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together, right? My husband took a job in agreement with me. He took a job 15 years ago to help support my dream. And I know you may not know what that looks like in a genuine place, right? But this was an agreement that my husband and I had. And I told him 15 years ago, babe, in 5 years, I'll be able to take you out of there so then you can pursue one of your dreams that you love. Right now, I was his dog in the fight, okay? And he believed in me. And we did it together for the last 15 years. I did every year with him at LAPD, and he did every year with me with rejection and no's in this entertainment industry, right? However, God has blessed me. He has allowed me to manifest. I've been praying on this for a very long time, and it has now come to pass. That is the power of God. It's also the power of allowing God to be first in your marriage, okay? And that is how it remains successful. We keep him first. He is first in our marriage. Not money, not business, not success, but God. He's first, okay? So this is my prayer for you. I pray that love finds you, true love. I pray it finds you and it holds you tight. I pray that someone will love you enough to see you when you are not well, to see you when you need true support, to see you when you need compassion, to see you when you need kindness. I pray that somebody loves you enough to sacrifice their life for you. I pray that type of love finds you so that you can understand why I don't want my husband to put his life on the line anymore, wearing a bulletproof vest if he don't have to, and if that's not his desire.
You get the gist.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's so good, man.
Don't come for my husband.
And don't come for our marriage. In the nicest way
possible.
Right. How do you curse someone out? Curse someone out without cursing someone out.
Like that?
Yeah. I just want to say real quick, ladies, my name is True Love, and I will find you. No, that was...
I loved it.
That was good.
With a smile on her face, too. And it was like a genuine prayer, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like I'm saying this, but I don't mean it.
Yeah.
And at the end, she told us to mind our business if we don't have nothing nice to say. I said, okay, Tabby. Yeah.
Let that be a lesson to all of us.
Yeah. Because they were ready to go now.
Right?
All right, delete.
Yep. Bruh. I loved it. And you know how sometimes people don't be like saying nothing. They just be like letting things go. I'm glad you kind of checked her without checking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Do y'all think Wendy will say something back or no? It's dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What's she going to say?
Yeah.
Outside of sorry, I don't think there's any other response.
She prayed for her.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it's going to be because I feel like with Wendy a lot lately, she's kind of giving things room to breathe. Then she'll come back and be like, Tab, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just...
I'm not a Wendy follower, so I don't really know like her temperament and stuff.
She messy.
She seems messy.
I'm not a follower nor fan.
Yeah.
She's just messy, but she came across the wrong one.
Yeah.
She got her all the way together.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shout out to Tab, man. That was good.
Tabs. With a smile on her face, the calmest voice. First thing in the morning, she's still in her pajamas. She's like, let me just address this real quick.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
They should have like a Bible app with her reading
with her voice. Yeah, it's so soothing.
Just like,
I'd be here for
that. I would like that.
Yeah.
In Genesis 4 verse 7, God said, "You listening, baby?" It's like, no, listen to your voice. It's so nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we could leave it there. What inspired you this past week? This past month, we ain't recorded in a month. The full crate episode, we recorded it like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Jeez,
crickets. We need a cricket sound effect.
Right. Oh boy.
Well, we always go. I feel like we always go first, so. You know, we want to just...
Yeah, because I asked the question.
I got nothing right now. Y'all gotta give me a second.
Nothing.
Man, I'm so mad that this section always sneaks up on us.
I completely forgot.
I was looking at y'all faces when I'm about to ask, and I'm like, I know they don't got nothing.
I forgot.
Hey, man.
Life.
Life is beautiful.
Got to wake up to this morning, you know, and breathe.
I'll go.
Okay.
And it's not really much. Like, I posted some pictures on Instagram last night of just, you know, some of my favorite photos from the first half of the year because we in July already, which is crazy. But just seeing the different pictures with the different people, I'm like, man, so far it's been a good year. And it's, you know, it's only been 6 months and I'm excited and inspired to see, like, what the next 6 months are going to look like.
Yeah.
So it was a good, like, reflection moment. Like, hey, I got to work with this person this year, and it's only been 6 months. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I mean, I've been just kind of busy. Starting a new job. I'm moving.
Wait.
But I just feel like those are life
so
responsibilities.
So you inspire yourself?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no,
right,
yeah.
Let's see.
Those are just life
We're currently taking applications for the 4th member of. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your seat.
Oh!
Sorry. No, I gotta practice. Baby, I'm so sorry.
I hope love finds you.
I hope love finds you.
Hold you
tight. Those are just life responsibilities, right?
Yeah, I don't think that unless you inspire yourself.
No, I mean,
like Kanye.
Nah, I mean, I'm just thankful for life. Thankful for, I guess, nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sit with my inspiration every time we do this.
Dang it.
Oh, that was good.
That was gonna be my default, like us.
But I like how he said it. You wasn't gonna say it that way.
No, I was gonna be like
I
us.
sit with my inspiration every week, man.
That's it.
Such a smooth talker.
All right, Joe.
Yeah. I don't have much, but I think I'm just more so, this is more of a thankful, I guess, thing. Like, just like, okay, that things are still moving. Like, things are still working on, like, even though, like, okay, I know I can't, like, put a lot into my own, like, personal business right now, but I'm still, like, booking clients. You know what I mean? I'm still doing the things that I need to, so make sure everything is taken care of, you know, that we can stay in this wonderful studio and do this stuff. So, like, you know, things are moving at a,
because I would hate to have to rent out your desk.
Yeah, that's real. So y'all keep praying that I keep getting no, but the things are moving really good. There's some goals that I'm going after right now that I might be accomplishing soon. So you guys will get an update when it does. But I'm excited, man. I'm just excited for where we're at in this place, and almost on the same tip as you. Like, even the amount of work that I've been able to do this year so far has been really, really cool, and the people that I've been able to work with that maybe, you know, I'll get to put out pretty soon. But
we can say it.
Yeah, we can.
Why not?
You sure?
Terrell Owens.
Yeah,
we had a shoot with him. A couple weeks ago.
Good old T.O.
Right here in this studio.
And, you know, fun fact, like, in high school, I was a huge Terrell Owens fan. Like, Terrell.
No. He goes by one name. His name
T.O.
is
I'm a big T.O. I was a big T.O. fan, man, back in the day.
I'm going to start saying your name. Joseph.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
No, but it was really cool to be able to work with somebody that, you know, like, this guy was like, he was at the height for me, you know, at one point in my life. And so it's just really cool to see the things come full circle. So
yeah,
pretty cool.
Facts. All right. We're back to you.
Nope. Got nothing.
What are you thankful for?
This whole time I'm like,
what are you thankful for?
I am thankful for health. You know?
Okay. Thought you were going to elaborate a little bit more. But it's all good.
That's all I got.
This feels like when you get put on the spot at Thanksgiving dinner where you have to tell the thing that you
right. You know how some people can be put in a situation and like just spit off stuff?
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
Clearly.
Like, not.
Hell.
Even if that's all I got. If I had something else, I would I would give it to you, but I ain't got nothing.
It's all right.
Like that awkward when, you know, you're talking to someone and you gotta like
keep going.
I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bye.
Okay. I've given up being that person a long time ago. Like, trying to keep the conversation going. I just be like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Health.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
We're going to come more prepared next time. We're going to be intentional about remembering our inspirations.
Yeah.
Because I know I've had some. I just can't think of them right now.
Right, yeah. I feel you. Well, we're going to leave it there. Follow us on Instagram. We're almost at 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, turn up, y'all.
And we're probably going to do a giveaway at 1,000 followers, which will probably be before the next episode, preferably.
Yeah.
So, yeah, follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube and all the different platforms. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm Christina.
It's your boy, Mark Lee.
It's your girl, Des.
It's Joe. Walk on, friends. See you later.
Peace.
You can't be It's Your Girl, Des, if I'm It's Your Boy.
Everybody did it's a something.
But
you said that too fast because I feel like that ending didn't breathe. She said peace and you came right in.
Oh,
that's okay.
The end. We did it.
Before
this is not 3 inches.
Walk out my life. This is uncomfortable.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I don't care.
All right, ready? I make sure you straight.
Trying to touch you.
All right, everybody, pause for 1 second.
Legs are naturally like relaxed, and he's like close to her. Mm-hmm. It's just not you. Just.
Oh, okay. Oh. Right, so before you wasn't like that.
I'm like that.
Right, like that now.
She checked his face.
Boy, he said it makes sense.
No, I'm saying he's relaxed. Ain't nobody intentionally trying to touch you, Des.
It don't matter if you intentionally, accident, swipe.
I don't want you to touch me.
It's just.
Get over yourself.
Yeah, it's just
Des.
weird.
So don't when we taking the picture, don't be like, can I? I'm like, no, I don't.
That's like you doing this for Christina.
I don't
weird.
want you, Des. Please don't touch me.
It's too weird.
Don't scratch you too hard. You're gonna take out the baby hair. Mm-hmm. You had a little curl in the back.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
All right, hold on. Pause 1 second.